Hi, this is Teresa from Little Trees Treasures, and yes, this is another Blackout video. I've been thinking about uh, potentially making more of these. If I'm showing you something, um, then you're not going to really fully listen to the words that I'm saying. So I think that potentially having some videos with just a black background is just fine. A lot of people have come on and made videos saying their piece about the negativity that's been going around and this and that and the other thing. And for those who have gotten negative comments and whatnot, and it's definitely, one of those things that you've got to try your best to brush off. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm pretty sure that at some point I'm going to have somebody who doesn't necessarily like what I have to say, and that's fine. Like Debbie says, the Canadian crushed her. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm going to tell you the way I see things. Now, there's also been a lot of things going on and talk about Zoom chats and this and that and whatnot. And I have to say with that everybody has to remember that you're only hearing one side of the story. Okay? Now, I've not just heard, but I've seen some of the things that people are talking about on Zoom, and I know for a fact that the persons who have been attacked have done their best to try to alleviate the issues privately. They've talked to the person or people who are the issue. We've all seen videos with "these are now my Zoom rules for my Zoom chats." And these rules and these videos have been made because trust has been broken. Things have been taken out of the Zoom chats and out of context from what was being talked about in the Zoom chats, and shared it with people who were not there. People have been called liars flat out to their face, and many, many other things. I'm not going to specifically get into anything, and I'm not going to name names. But there was a massive group effort to deal with the hurt that was caused by the mean and horrible comments and acts of some not so nice people or person or whatever. And that was all done privately. There were people who breached and broke trust and shared things out of context from those private talks of people trying to deal with the hurt and the betrayal and everything that they've felt, and the trying to figure out how to deal with the issue in a civil and adult manner and privately. That has unfortunately caused a rift, and certain people have chosen sides. Certain people have decided to do their best to stay neutral. The problem comes when someone tells you that they experienced something and multiple other people were there, they witnessed it and said, yes, I've seen this happen. But that person is not believed. And I mean, come on here. Did we go backwards? Are we on the grade school playground? We're not. We're adults. The parties who have claimed to be the victim and are not truly the victim here, or refuse to see their wrongdoing, continue to cause issues. Not just inside Zoom, but outside of Zoom. And I'm sorry, but I can't sit here and not say anything. It's wrong. I've been there. I've seen it. I've heard it. I can't ignore it. And I'm going to stand behind the people who I believe are in the right. And, you know who you are. I love you all dearly. You guys are my ride or die crew. I have your back and you guys have mine. And it's hard when you have people that you thought you could trust. People you thought you knew better. People who said and portrayed themselves in the beginning to be a good person, and then they betray you. They betray your trust. A lot of times in the Zoom chats and in private chats and whatnot and everything else that goes on behind the scenes, there's a lot of very extremely personal things that get shared. And in our own personal little groups, whether it be one-on-one or, whatever, there's a level of trust there. And sometimes, you just need another perspective. You need, somebody to say, it's going to be okay. You need another mom who, sometimes lives all the way around the other side of the world to say, sweetie, you are doing a great job. You are a great mom. Keep going. You can do this. I got your back. I love you. Sometimes you just need somebody who understands your day-to-day struggles. Sometimes you just need, somebody who understands your illnesses that you're dealing with, or your mental health issues that you're dealing with, or, you need advice, or, whatever. Things are shared. And, it's no offense to the greater crochet world, the greater knitting world, the greater yarning world. It's just that when you boil it down, no matter what, people are going to make special connections with other people, and they're going to share more with them than they do with others. And that's, just the way it's going to be. Nobody's everybody's cup of tea. And, the fact that there are people who will backlash and outlash and whatever, and and just, you know, spread hate just because. It's sad. And some of these people, I don't think they even realize that they have an issue, that they are an issue. Half of beating something is accepting it. Half of overcoming something is facing it head on and admitting, hey, it was my fault. Hey, I have this issue. Whatever it is, no matter what you have, no matter what you're dealing with. It's just the way it is. I've had a happy male sitting, waiting for me to video it for almost 2 weeks now. And I just haven't felt the need to share it with everyone because of all of this negativity and everything that's going on. I kind of want to just keep it to myself and share it personally with the person who just sent it to me, and that's it. And I thank her very much. She knows exactly who she is, and she is a dear friend and a great sweetheart. At some point I might take it out of the package and video it. It's still sitting there. But I felt I needed to say something else first. Need to get this off my chest, too. And I know everybody's saying, you know, just be nice, blah, blah, blah. You know, it doesn't cost anything to be nice. But the other side of the coin is if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. That's nicer than trying to make up some fake comment of niceness. I mean, I don't want 50 fake comments because everybody's told just to be nice. I'd rather have one genuinely nice comment than 50 fake comments. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of the other podcasters probably feel the same. If your heart isn't in that comment, you don't really feel what you're commenting, just don't. You know, we all have bad days. We all have our things that we're dealing with in day-to-day life, and, you know, we all realize that. Even if you make videos or if you don't, we all have things that we deal with. Some deal with it better than others, and sometimes you deal with some things better than other things. I mean, it's just life. But the way all of this has spread kind of like wildfire, and something that was attempted to be dealt with in private was made very public. Trust was breached, and I really don't appreciate it. There are now people out there in the world who know more about me than I wish them to. And I don't like that feeling. But there's not much I can do about it at this point. All I can do is just be as careful as I can in the future with whom I trust. And I think there's quite a few other ladies that are, you know, being a lot more careful and making sure that they're not sharing things that they don't want certain people to know, because we know that those people cannot be trusted. And that's a hard thing. That's a very hard thing. Technology and the internet is wonderful and beautiful in the fact that I can connect with wonderful people all around the world, and in Canada and in Texas and North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever, wherever everybody is. Everywhere. Maine, Oklahoma, Ireland, Sweden, some of you ladies are just so amazing, and I love you so much. But on the other hand, the internet can be a bad thing when everything's out there. News spreads fast. Everything spreads fast. And a spark can become a forest fire very quickly. And we've done our best to do things as we thought best, in a private manner. That obviously did not work. But you can't always predict how other people are going to react to certain things. So, such is life, right? Such is life. On a happier note, they said this weekend we were supposed to get 1 to 3 inches of snow. And it's been so beautiful and sunshiny and this gorgeous spring weather this week. And now it's going to be chilly and kind of dreary and snow at least an inch or less than an inch this weekend. And I get to take kids dress shopping to go to prom. So, fun things. It's going to be an interesting weekend, but, gotta take care of the family, just like everybody else has to take care of theirs, and, yeah, it'll be fun. I just hope everybody out there is doing well with all the crazy weather that's going on out there, with the flooding and everything else, and all this crazy weather this year that we've had so far. And man, it's just been wow. Some people are dealing with, major pollen issues. Some people are dealing with, I wish we could get some rain so, it doesn't start a fire because it's too dry. And, lots of other big concerns and issues going around. So, there are things out there that are bigger than you. There are things out there that are a bigger struggle for someone else than what you're struggling with. And just try and remember that even when you're struggling, there's somebody else out there struggling too, in some way, shape, or form. And if you can reach out and help them, do so. It'll help you feel better about you, and it starts you on the path of healing and being able to get out of your own rut. I think it's one of the things that I like to be able to do, especially when I'm not in the greatest of mindsets. If I can help someone else, it gives me more hope that I can help myself, or somebody might be able to say a little something or whatever that can help me. So, no matter where you are out there, take a look up. Look at that beautiful sky. And all of those beautiful stars twinkling down on us. And that gorgeous moon. The same moon that you see is the same moon that I see. Love you all. Good night.